guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ritika. Welcome to BeautiCo. So today is the second video of the beginner series, and today we are going to be talking about brushes, tools, and what all you need as a beginner to start with makeup. Now, I know that before I went ahead and did my makeup, I had a lot of brushes which were useless. I did not know what to do with them, so I ended up ordering a few from Amazon because on Amazon you get brushes which are very inexpensive, and you get like 10 brushes for 1,000 rupees. So it was like a steal for me, and till date I still use those brushes, and I'm very surprised that they're such good quality. But yeah, I'm gonna stop blabbering now and let's quickly get into the video where I show you which brushes you need. So yeah, let's get started. But before going, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and also don't forget to hit the notification bell right next to the subscribe button so that you all get notified every single time I upload. So let's get started. So we're gonna start with face brushes. Now we're gonna go in order. First, I'm gonna tell you what you need to buy for foundation, then concealer, then bronzer, blusher, highlighter. Like the way I do my makeup, the order of makeup, that's how we're gonna go. So first we're gonna start with face brushes. The first thing comes foundation. For foundation, either you can use a brush or a beauty blender. So first I'm gonna tell you all a beauty blender. So I have two beauty blenders which I feel are very good for beginners or anyone out there who wants to invest in a beauty blender. The first one is this Henaa Tablet sponge. This has to be hands down the best beauty blender or the best sponge that I've used for my application, because it's so soft and it's latex free. It applied my foundation so well. It did not soak up too much product, and it was so soft on the skin, you guys. Oh my god, I've literally fallen in love with this one, and it's on the affordable side. So yeah, if y'all want to get this one, I will link everything in the description box below from where y'all can buy all these brushes and the sponges that I'm showing y'all. So the second beauty blender is this Pac sponge. Now this is again very affordable, and it is so smooth on the skin. It's very soft. Again, it does not soak up too much product. It applies your foundation very well. It is shaped in this form, like it has this flat edge right here and it has this corner edge right here. So when you're applying your foundation, it sits flat on your face and it applies it very evenly. And when you go to apply foundation or concealer in the inner corners, in the smaller areas, this comes in very handy. So if you all do like to apply foundation with a brush, I have 2-3 recommendations. The first one is this Sigma flat kabuki brush. Now you want to make sure that your brushes are very densely packed when you're going to apply your foundation with a brush. So this is one of them. It's like a flat kabuki brush, and it has this, like, it's a very dense brush and it will apply your foundation very smoothly. Now you particularly don't have to go for this one. I know Sigma is a little bit difficult to find. So I do have these BS small brushes which are very similar to the Sigma brush. Even the texture of the Sigma brush, like, it is a little bit softer than this, but again, this is gonna do your job pretty much very similar to the Sigma brush. Now this is again the flat top kabuki brush, and it's very densely packed, and I've been using this brush since years and years now, and it does the job very well. And this you'll get it on Amazon for a very cheaper price. And the second brush is this one. It's like a round dome top brush. It's a little bit angled, so sometimes I do apply my foundation with this also when I have, when I'm in a hurry and I want to apply my foundation and my concealer both with this brush itself, because it will apply your foundation very well and it will also apply your concealer very well, because it just sits in your concealer area. So yeah, you can even invest in this one if you're looking for one brush which will do all the job. So that was how you apply foundation and concealer. Now let's set it. Now to set, you need a brush. So for setting, you can use any powder brush. It just has to be fluffy and big. Like, it has to be packed, but a little bit loosely packed than a foundation brush, and it has to be very soft. So it necessarily does not have to be these three. This is the Real Techniques one and this is the Pac brush, but you all can actually use any loosely packed powder brush to apply your to set your foundation and applying compact powder. Now I just want to talk about this brush in particular. This is the Pac 334 brush. Now I do use this to set my face, as well as I use this as my blusher brush, because it just fits so well on my cheeks and it just applies it very well. So again, this is like a multi-purpose brush. So once we have set our face, we are gonna continue with our face itself and gonna move on to bronzing. Now for bronzer, I have two brush recommendations. One is this one. This is a Pro Art 176F brush. MAC also does make brushes which is exactly the same shape as this one. So this is like a dupe for the MAC one. And I just want to tell you that this brush is one of the best brushes that is like a multi-purpose brush. Now again, you can use this to powder your face as well, but I actually bought this brush to apply my blusher, so it's like perfect for blusher as well because it has that angle shape and fits right in your cheek area. But if you use this particular brush for a bronzer, again, it sits so well in the curve. So while you're applying your brush, you apply it in this manner, like the tip here is on your cheek and go upward. But when you're applying bronzer, it is in this manner, like the tip is inside here and you can just apply your bronzer in the hollows of your cheeks very evenly. So this is the first recommendation. This is very easy to use. That is why I'm telling that a beginner should start off with this brush when you're applying a blush or a bronzer. So the second brush is this Real Techniques buffing brush. Now ideally this brush is used to apply foundation, but I actually don't like this brush to apply foundation. I like it more to apply my blush as well as bronzer. Now again, this is a dome shaped brush and it is again a little bit loosely packed and very soft on the skin. So again, what I like to do is take this as a bronzer brush first and I'm gonna apply this right at the corners and in the hollows of my cheeks. Again, it fits so well, it blends it out so easily. And then what I like to do is, now both the brushes, like I said, I'm going to be using for blush and bronzer as well. Once you've applied your bronzer, take a tissue paper and wipe it on that so that the bronzer color comes out, the bronzer product comes out. Then dip into the brush, blush, and then apply it right on the apples of your cheeks right here. And again, can you see it fits so well on my cheeks, and then you can drag it upwards. So now comes highlighter, my favorite part. So for highlighter, I have two brushes. The first one has to be this fan brush. Now I have no idea what brand this brush is, but I'm sure this was like came in a brush set which I ordered from Amazon, which must be around 300 rupees, and this was in that, and surprisingly it turned out very good and I use this every single day. In every one of my videos you guys must have seen me using this brush. So when you are going to buy a highlighter brush, and if you're like planning to buy a brush which is in the fan shape, make sure that the bristles are very soft. Okay, there are fan brushes which have bristles which are very hard. Do not buy those. Those are not going to do your job at all. You need to make sure that the brush bristles are very soft. And again, this brush fits exactly on the highest points of my cheeks and then on my forehead region. Now this is one type of the brush. The second brush that I recommend is this brush right here. This is the Real Techniques setting brush. Now this brush is again a multi-purpose brush. Actually, it's used to set your under eyes. It does that job very well. So other than that, I do use this to apply my highlighter because it does fit in right at the highest points of my cheeks, and it's very fluffy and has these bristles right here which makes the application of highlighter very easy, and it blends it out as well. So I know there are a lot of different shapes of eye brushes available in the market, but I'm going to be telling y'all the only brushes that are going to be used every single day and are going to be helpful to y'all every single time y'all do an eyeshadow. The first brush is this Pro Art 217 brush. A similar brush is the Colorbar one. Now the difference between the two is that, as you guys can see, this one is a little bit more wider and this one is a little bit more tapered, but both the brushes do the exact same job. Now these brushes are like squeezed right here in the center, like from where they come out, and they just flare out a little bit right here and a little bit tapered. So now this brush is very good to apply your eyeshadow right in your crease and then blending it out as well right there. And this is the brush that is going to be used every single time. Even if you want to apply an eyeshadow, just one eyeshadow all over your eyelids, this is the one that you should go for. And if you want to do a precise application in your crease, this is the one you go for. And if you want to go and apply your eyeshadow under your eyes, this is the one you go for. So it's like the one brush that you absolutely need. Both these brushes are very good. So sometimes when you apply your eyeshadow, you actually want to blend it out very well. So for that purpose, I use this particular brush, and this is the brush that is used for blending it out very smoothly. This is like more like a dome shaped fluffy brush. So once you've applied your eyeshadow very concentratedly in your crease and you feel that you need a little bit of blending, so you need a fluffy blending brush to smooth out the edges. So again, this is going to be used to, you know, buff out the edges and blend it very well and make it look way smoother. So the next brush is this particular brush right here. This is this flat, a little bit fluffy but yet flat brush. This is from ProArt. This is the PE19 brush. You will get a lot of different brands which make similar kind of brushes. So this particular brush is used to apply your eyeshadow directly on your eyelids, like pigments and shimmery eyeshadows. This is the brush that you go for because it picks up the pigment very well and applies it pretty precisely on your eyelids. So next comes these pencil brushes. Now pencil brushes are very important when you're doing a very smoked out lower lash line and you'll want a precise brush to apply that particular shade. The ones which I recommend are these Pac 092 and the other one is this ProArt PE29. Now you will get a lot of similar kind of brushes in the market. I have these two in particular. Now when you're looking for a sheer pointed brush, make sure that it is stiff enough but it is still soft. So as you guys can see now, the Pac brush is actually a little bit smaller and gives you a little bit more precision, but the ProArt one is a tiny bit more tapered, but both do the exact same job. So again, it's very useful to apply your lower lash line eyeshadows. And also I do use these brushes to apply my highlighter in my inner corners as well as on my nose. So those were all the eye brushes that I personally recommend for you guys to buy. Now let's talk about some extra brushes. Now if you all want to go ahead and apply eyeliner with a brush, if you all are a person who likes to apply gel liner, so the best brush to go for are angled brushes. Now the angled brush that I have in my hand is the Sigma winged liner brush, and the second one is the ProArt AB34 brush. Now both are actually angled. The only difference is this one is a little bit more denser and more has a more surface area. Now this can also be used to apply your eyebrow powder or eyebrow gel, eyebrow pomade if you're that kind of a person. So this is again a very versatile brush. And the second one is this Sigma winged liner brush. This is the one which I used today to apply my winged liner with a gel liner, and it did a beautiful job. You guys loved this brush. So these are the two recommendations. But if you all are not like comfortable applying your liner with winged liner brushes and you're like these kind of brushes which are like thin and small and like that small paint or eyeliner brush, this is the one from Real Techniques that I absolutely love. And then the last brush that I want to mention, if you all are a person who likes to apply powder on your eyebrows or are like want to apply pomades, you all are not those pencil kind of people, so these are the two brushes. The first one is the ProArt PE27 brush. Now this one is a very firm, flat, angled brush that I use every single time to apply my pomade, and it's very precise. It does the job very well. And the second one is this Faces brush. Now this brush has been with me since years and years now. You guys know how much I love it. I love to apply my like fill in my eyebrows with this particular brush because it does have a spoolie as well, and it has that angled edge which helps me do the job very fast. So yeah, these are the two recommendations for beginners if you all are looking for eyebrow brushes. So yeah, those were all the brushes that I feel are essentials for beginners. It's not necessary for you all to go ahead and buy all these brushes. You all can choose which brush you all are wanting to buy. Like if you all want to apply foundation, which brush you all would go for, or if you all are looking for a blush brush, which brushes you all should look for. So that was the entire purpose of this video. So yeah, that's it. Let me know in the comment section below how did you all like this video, and if you all can help other people out in the comment section who are looking for brushes, and if you all have better recommendations, do comment in the comment box below and help them out, you guys. So yeah, that's it. If you all did like it, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and yeah, that's it. I'll see you all in my next one very soon. Until then, bye.